All right, we are now live. Give you a little 10 seconds for everything to catch up. I am tired. It's been a long day in the sun. We're about to do our live weigh-in for Boyd, Millipond, and Rabon. I think the lakes surprised me in a good way, and I guess in a bad way. Boyd kind of showed out today, and Rabon showed out too, but I really thought we were going to see a lot more big fish on the board. But still, an awesome day. There were 16 anglers. I actually, let me see. Let me check this real quick. Oh, no, I'm going to leave it. I don't know how many fish were caught today, but I believe there were about 5 or 6 fish over 20 inches. I'll have to recheck that in a second once we do our results. But we'll get right into it.
I don't see.
You gotta be quiet. You can sit right here.
And I can make this bit
Yeah,
bigger.
sit right there. Okay, so I'll get started. Our third place angler is not going to make it today, but I'm going to put this up on the thing so we can see it. So that's a couple of the places. In third place with 48 3/4, Mr. Zach Monroe. I'll also, at the end of this, I'm going to show you guys the updated AOI list. So if you watch to the end, you'll get to see where you are in Angler of the Year rankings. But Zach got third place. If I did my calculations, I think he's going to take home $112. I am just rough estimating. You'll get Cam knows how much you're going to get, but I'm just guessing because it's usually 50% to first place, 30% to second, and 20% to third place. But 48 3/4, it was for most of the people today. So 48 got third place. Pretty solid limit. I don't remember what time he caught that bigger fish, but he didn't upgrade until later in the day when the results were off. So, all right, and that takes us to our next placement, which was really close. It came down to the last a couple hours when we turned the results off. Some things happened, and you're gonna get to see. First and second place was separated by 1/4 of an inch. It was extremely close. Drum roll. In second place with 61.5 inches, Mr. Doug King. What's up, Doug?
Hey, man, what's up?
Great job today, man. Where did you go?
I was on Boyd. I don't fish the other lake. I've never been on Rabon before, so yeah.
Man, that really surprised me. How big? I think Boyd is 180 acres, so it's a really small lake, and to come out with 60 plus inches out of that lake is pretty insane. So tell us about your day. How did you catch them? What were you doing?
Wacky rig all day long. It's I went yesterday. I decided at the last minute to fish this last night. I joined up last night, but I went yesterday for about an hour and threw a wacky rig, had 3 bites, caught 1 fish. I said, that's it. I'm going fishing tomorrow. I'll throw a wacky rig all day. So that's all I did. Yeah.
If it worked,
Boyd
man.
shows out in May. It shows out. I've done well in May there before.
Okay.
I won big fish and got 4th place in a yak attack tournament like 3 or 4 years ago.
Were they close together, those fish? Like, were they in like a similar area, or were they pretty spread apart?
They were spread apart. I had to paddle from one end of the lake to the other. It was 2 areas. So I started in one place and then I moved down to the other. And
you paddled today?
I paddled, yeah.
No motor,
that lake is bad. It has been real bad for the past couple of years for sandbars and making it real tough to get to the actual lake. And it's even been tough to get up in the river. So XTR stayed at home today. I said, yeah, if I'm gonna be able to get around, I need to take the Shoaly where it's got a real shallow draft and I can pretty much go wherever I wanted to. I'd have to work for it, but you know.
That's crazy. Freaking paddle today.
Yeah, but we got down. I got down there this morning, and the water was up. The sandbars were not a problem, so I couldn't run the XTR today. Yeah, and save my back. But
Did you only take one rod today?
That's what I planned. I took 4, but I only used the one.
Wow.
Yeah. They were there just in case the bite wasn't there, but the bite was there. I caught a 9-inch to start the morning off.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
was like, man, this is gonna be rough. And then I moved on down the bank and moved around, and I caught a 19 and a half, and it was 5 pounds, just a smidge over 5 pounds. I said, okay, this is what I came down here for. We're sticking with the plan. Moved up the bank probably 100 yards and caught a 20 3/4, and stayed there for a little while. I said, now it's time to move. I know that lake, and I've got spots, and I know you don't leave fish, but there's other areas that if one's producing, if you move, the other's probably producing too. So I moved down, and I said, if it doesn't work down there, I'll move up to the river. But I never hit the river. I ended up finding fish at the other spot and finished the day out down there. So it was a good day.
Yeah, that's a good day. I also forgot you did win Big Bass with a 21 1/4 inch. You did win that as well. I saw.
Oh, dang, nice.
It was very, very close. The other guy, it was like, I'm talking this close to hitting 21 1/4, and if it would have, he would have beat you in the tiebreaker. But you got him. Yours was
nice.
on the line, so you'll also take that. And I believe Big Bass is $80, and I think if these is all rough estimates, but I think the second place is 168. So you're taking home $248 today.
Yeah. Well, it definitely beats the skunk that I got yesterday on
Oh, I lost you.
And I didn't get a bite. And I was on the way home, and I said, that thing's tomorrow with UKA. I said, I might as well try Boys. That's kind of my home pond. I'm only 5 miles from it.
Yeah, I knew when you signed up, I was like, he's gonna fish Boys, because I know you talked about that lake a lot. So
yeah, I used to stay on it almost daily until the silt came in. When it got silted out, I stay off of it because it's just so hard to get around. But it wasn't bad today. The water came up.
That one right there, the big one.
Well, congrats, man. I appreciate you hopping on the podcast. We're going to go ahead and pull up this first place guy. I'm sure he's really excited. Have a good rest of your day, Doug.
You too. Thanks.
And in first place, technical difficulties. Here we go. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, no, let's do this. Here we go. In first place with 61 3/4, Mr. Zach Pedrick. Gosh darn it. Help me out. What is it again? I don't like to say people's names.
It's Pedrick. You're all good. It's Pedrick.
Okay.
Yep. Everybody says Pedrick, but it's Pedrick. Yeah.
So tell us about your day, man. 61 3/4 is a crazy day. That's super impressive, man.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I fished kind of how Doug said he fishes Boyd a lot. I fish Rabon quite a bit, and I just had certain spots. I kind of had just a game plan. Today I mainly fry guard fished. It's kind of getting late for it, but I was really hoping that would follow through. I went out there on Thursday and just kind of looked around to see if that was even going to be a thing, and it was. And it worked out today. I caught my first 2 10 minutes apart in the same area, which was pretty crazy. And that the 21, I showed you a picture of it, but it had, I don't know what it was, but it was either a bass or a red or sunfish. It was something, but the tail was sticking out of its throat. So that was pretty cool. But then I just kept catching 16s, and then I went to the other side of the lake and started fishing kind of near docks, looking for fry garters, and found another one, and that's what got me up into the lead. But it was a pretty crazy day, and out of all the times I fished that lake, today was the best day I've ever had. So it was I would say it's some luck, but it is luck. I mean, yeah. Yep.
And skill, man. You gotta be able to get him in the boat. And I'm sure there's a lot of people today that lost some really big fish. That lake is got some freaking giants in it. But fry garden, I've been hearing a lot about the live scope and fry garters. I need to spend some time trying to figure that out. It's a little, like you said, it's a little bit late now. They're starting to move off, but I know people do with a jerk bait. I don't know what you were using, but that's something I hear a lot about. The pros talking about is scoping fry garters with a jerk bait. And a guy at a recent tournament that I fished in, he also cashed a check doing the same thing. So this live scope stuff is crazy, man. But 61 3/4, and you peaked at the right time on your lake, on a lake that you like to fish a lot. I know you were telling me you were really excited because you fish there so often. But it's really cool that you got your first W with us.
Yep.
You'll be taking home, I have the rough estimate, $280. So that's pretty awesome. Yep. And you are now. You need to stop. Let's put this right here. You are now tied for first place for Angler of the Year. I'm going to pull up the rankings here. Let me see. I got to share my screen. All right. Oh, wait, here we go. Boom. All right. So you and Gary are tied for first place with 360 points. And then in third place is Jose Romero with 328 points. Fourth, Brandon Burrows. Fifth, Paul Daney. By the way, I just wanted to mention this. I met him, Paul at the ramp today. He paddled today, like on Raven. He was on Raven. He paddled the whole time. I don't even know. It like, I didn't know he was fishing the tournament because, you know, everybody's got these crazy rigs, and he just had a regular kayak with paddles, and he kicked my butt today with all those fancy motors I have. But he is in, sorry, let me go back to brain fart. He's in 6th place. 7th place is me. 8th is Zach. Dustin Hugg is in 9th. Daryl McCain, 10th. Matt Skinner is in 10th. Jesse Martinez, 11th. So on and so forth. Top 10 will go to the Tournament of Champions. I will post this on the page later on today. That way you guys can go up and check on it. But there's still lots of drops. It's your top 4 events. So we just finished our 4th event of the season. So now we have drops, or, you know, if you haven't fished 3 full events, you'll get your 4th event coming soon. But thanks for hopping on, man. You guys have a good night. Appreciate everybody for fishing with us today, and we'll catch you at the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.